Hi guys, I'm doing a quick little, I can't even think of the name, loaded baked potato soup. Oscar didn't want anything today with the Instant Pot, but he did want some type of soup. I was like, oh, okay, I can do rice, steak, soup. So I had potatoes, and since we're leaving on vacation, I want to get as much food out of the refrigerator as much as I can. So bacon, potatoes, cream cheese, I had all that. So I was like, we're gonna do the Instant Pot. So first things you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and put your pot on saute mode, wait till that gets hot, and we're gonna actually cook some bacon. I'm using 4 to 5 strips of bacon, chopped. I cut them with the scissors because they're so hard to chop if you don't have a sharp knife. So I have about 4 to 5 slices of bacon. I'm gonna go ahead and cut those up and place them in Instant Pot once it's hot. You can add a little bit of cooking spray to the bottom of your pot just to make sure that the bacon doesn't stick and you don't get those burn spots. So while that is heating, I'm gonna go ahead and finish chopping up my bacon. I went ahead and started tossing my bacon, and I'm gonna cook that bacon until it's crispy. It usually takes a good 5 to 10 minutes. You can also do it in a pan outside of your Instant Pot, but I love the taste and the flavoring that the bacon gives once it's inside the Instant Pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it in here, and obviously easy cleanup. Meanwhile, while my bacon is cooking, I have some green onions here. I'm gonna chop these in half. I'm gonna use the white part for the actual soup and then the green part for topping. So make sure when you cut those, they're separated into 2 different batches. All right, once your bacon is already crispy and ready to go, you're gonna go ahead and take out all the bacon. Leave that fat in there, the juice from the bacon, leave it in there. You're just gonna take out the bacon and put it on top of a paper towel to basically dry out, and obviously it gets a little bit more crispy then, because that's just gonna be your topping for the very end, as well as the green onions and some cheddar cheese. That's obviously all at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that, and once it happens, I'm gonna put my potatoes all inside. And what I did with the potatoes was I cut them into 1-inch pieces. I used russet potatoes. I peeled them and I cut them into 1-inch pieces. And I used 4 large ones, but you can do anywhere from like 3 to 4 pounds. It'll probably make a good serving for 4 to 6 people, depending on how your family eats. So we're gonna move on to the next one at this point. All right, now that your bacon is all out of your pot, you're gonna go ahead and start tossing in your potatoes, as well as the white part of your green onions. You're also going to sprinkle half a teaspoon of salt over those potatoes. I wouldn't do any more salt because the bacon and the flavoring already has enough salt, so easy on the salt. Half tablespoon should be enough for all those. Half teaspoon, sorry. You're going to go ahead and mix up those potatoes and all of that bacon sauce, along with the salt and the green onions. Just make sure you give it a good stir so all those potatoes are coated in that bacon sauce. All right, we have our half teaspoon of salt, our potatoes, and also the white part of our green onions. The last step before we go ahead into the cooking stage would be to add 1 carton. So I think it's 32 ounces of chicken broth. Make sure it's chicken broth, not beef broth. That'd be a little, I have never tried it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this whole carton of liquid in here, which is 32 ounces. What you wanna see is that the liquid covers the potatoes, which is exactly what I got going on here. Pretty much it covers all my potatoes. You're gonna go ahead and close your pot. Make sure you put your vent to sealing position. Put it on pressure cook for 6 minutes. 6 minutes, all right guys? That's gonna take a little while to build the pressure because there's a lot of stuff in there. So once it does, it'll start counting down from 6, and we're gonna go ahead and quick release once that beeps, all right? So stay tuned. All right, my Instant Pot beeped, and I went on ahead and I'm letting out the steam as it is. She's getting ready for ballet. We need to leave her in 10 minutes. So we're gonna make this quick. I got a whole block of the 8 ounce of cream cheese and I cut it into cubes. You can do that while your steam is letting out. It helps if it's softened. Mine's not that softened, but hopefully with the heat, it'll melt into the potatoes. Once we open up this baby, you're gonna notice that potatoes should be Pretty much, well, they're gonna be cooked through, but they should be very soft to go ahead and mash. So you're gonna go ahead and mash that in. And as you mash it in, we're gonna go ahead and add the chunks of cream cheese. That's a whole bar. So the whole bar, I think it's 8 ounces. So is this safe to open? All right. So it is gonna be liquidy, but see how easily your potatoes will mash now. So I'm gonna start putting in my blocks of cream cheese and start mixing that away. You're gonna notice that the consistency is gonna start getting a little bit thicker, like the potato. Haley, I'm doing a video. Can you please be quiet? Sorry, guys. So as you mash, you're gonna go ahead and start stirring in your cream cheese. Once all the cream cheese is basically melted in there, you can go ahead and give it a taste. If you think it needs pepper, if you think it needs salt, you can go ahead and do that. This is all optional stuff, guys. But this is super easy to do. It's a quick little recipe. I've always known how to do it, and I tried it last week in my Instant Pot, and it came out really good, so I'm doing it for you guys again. Now, you're gonna go ahead and grab a spoon, put some in a plate, top it off with some cheddar cheese and the bacon that we did earlier, and of course some green onions on top, and you got loaded baked potato soup. All right, guys, enjoy.